Hello, my name is Holly Hartman, and I am a certified life transformation and dating and relationship coach. And today I'm going to be talking about three common dating traps. And basically, these are some of the common traps that I hear my clients talk about, and even just people on the internet and friends, single friends, and so forth. And so I thought, well, you know what? I might bring these to you today because what I find is oftentimes we're not even aware we're doing these things. So these aren't traps necessarily that somebody else is doing, it's more about how we are showing up. So before I get into that, I'll just kind of share who I am and what I do. So I am a dating and relationship coach. I have been married twice before, been in toxic marriages where there was covert abuse. I have done my healing work. So I have really utilized lots of different tools and skills, invested in coaches and therapy and group support and all the things for me to be my healthiest so then I can attract a healthy partner. I currently am not single. I am in the healthiest relationship I've ever been in. And it's because we both do our own work. But why I'm creating these training videos is because I want to help other people become healthy daters too. And I want to invest that time in you and be able to share these things with you because I know I've been there. I know it's hard out there. I know online dating can be really toxic or just really draining. And you might feel like you're burning out or just dating online, out, even trying to just date in the wild is what I hear people say. Well, I'll just date in the wild. But what we don't realize is there's certain things that we may be getting caught in our own traps that might be blocking us from actually finding success as we're out there. So I want to encourage you. I don't want to make you feel like it's not possible. One, I just want to share that I am in a healthy relationship. So there is hope. There are good people out there. And so we need to change that perspective. But first, I'm going to go into trap number one. I call it the chosen one trap. And I've been here before. I have done this. And the chosen one trap is in this place where maybe you've been dating for a while or trying to get out to date, or maybe your relationship you haven't had a relationship in a while and you might be feeling lonely, right? And then somebody comes along and they show you interest. And then you go, okay, they're choosing me, so this must be it. They're going to choose me, so yeah, let's do this, right? Versus going and finding what you're actually looking for. Having clarity around the type of person you want to date, what their values are, what are your non-negotiables. When we're not clear on those things, it might feel good when somebody chooses us, and of course it does. But what you also need to check in with yourself is go, is this person even somebody I would desire? Is this person somebody that I want to attract to my life? Do their values match mine? Is this something that I could see a future with if that's what your goal is in dating? So don't just go for the first person that chooses you because oftentimes that's easy and I get it. And we can fall into that trap so easily where we might get, they could be love bombing us too. So really taking a step back and observing and checking in with yourself and don't get caught in the chosen one trap. Now, it definitely could turn into a healthy relationship. I'm not saying that. But what my encouragement is you in your position is to take some time and really reflect. Is this the relationship I really want? Could I see a future with this person? Do their values match mine? Do the activities that they enjoy doing in their life? It doesn't have to be opposite and it doesn't have to be exact, but do they enhance your life? Something that I've said in my own dating journey is saying, if they do not enhance my life, they do not get to be in my life. So that might be a mantra that you adopt for yourself. So don't get stuck in the chosen one trap just because you're lonely or just because you're scared to get out there and date or think this is the only thing I have. You may check into yourself and go, do I feel worthy? Do I feel enough? Do I really love myself? And if you don't, I have other groups that I help participate with that called Solo Date Challenge, where I empower people to learn to love themselves through solo dating. So that may be an option if you're more susceptible being the chosen one, which if you have codependent tendencies, you may fall into the chosen one trap. So there might be some additional healing to be done. I also do one-to-one coaching and have additional intensive courses that I teach to help with that. So if you find yourself in the pattern of becoming the chosen one and you really are settling for something less than what you feel like you really want in your life, then check in with me. I'll be glad to help and give you some guidance and feedback. So, dating trap number 2, the pen pal trap or the text trap. Now, you'll find this on more like online situations, right? Where you connect with somebody in an online dating and you start making some communication. You kind of go back and forth, and this could go on forever. And then you don't really meet the person, or you've done it for weeks and weeks and you feel like you get to know the person, and then you meet in person and they're nothing like what you thought. And you wasted all this time and energy, because this can cause burnout. The whole dating thing can cause burnout. So, one way to eliminate that or to reduce that is to maybe set some boundaries for yourself, saying, you know what, I really want to meet somebody within the first 1 to 2 weeks. You're not going to get to know everything about that person in the 1 to 2 weeks. And that's not what the initial connection online is for. Yes, definitely keep safety in mind. Absolutely. So when you do meet somebody in person, you want to meet in public. Let somebody know that you're going to be going somewhere. So then you can check in with them. Hey, I arrived to my location. I'm leaving my location. Have some checks and balances. That's good, safe dating. But don't wait months, a couple weeks before, or a few weeks or a month before you actually meet somebody in person. Now, if scheduling conflicts, I get that, but you're going to reduce your risk of getting connected with spammers and scammers and people that are just out to get information from you. If they are sending lots of information to try to grab basic information from you and you feel like they're like rapid fire at you, it is a possibility that they're a scammer. I'll do another video on what to look out for scammers and spammers, but I just wanted to kind of give you that idea that don't get caught in the text trap. So a way to overcome that is to make suggestions of, really honestly, in the first 1 to 2 weeks, I really like to meet somebody in person and get to know them. Or if somebody asks a question that feels a little bit more personal, where you're like, I would really want to see this person in person to answer this question, that's a great way to segue that. Like, honestly, I'd be glad to answer that, but I feel more comfortable doing that in person. What are your thoughts? ... And then let them give that feedback back and volley that conversation back to where you actually have a plan to meet in person. It is okay to do that. So don't get caught in the text trap. I have some people that push back and are like, oh, I want to get to know them all. Don't waste your time. You will know when you get there whether or not it's at least worthy of a next date. And then you don't waste any more time doing that. The initial connection is just to make a connection to then meet in person. That's where you get to know people. So don't get caught in the text trap or the pen pal trap, because that's not what we're trying to do here. And then the very final one of the 3 common dating traps is the negative mindset trap. And I see this, oh my gosh, in all the singles groups. I see this running rampant in most of the singles that I work with, the negative mindset trap. So we have this thought process, and I get it. It can be so challenging to be out there dating right now. I get it. But if we have this absolute language, is what I call it, or this all or nothing language, where we say all of the dating apps are awful. There is nobody out there. Everybody is toxic. All of them are scammers. When we have these absolute statements, we are sending a message out to the universe that that's what our belief is. And you know what you get? You attract more of the same. So if you believe, or you say, well, you know what? I'm going to meet my match, but they're not going to want me back. You're setting that negative mindset. So really, my encouragement is to really start thinking of your thoughts. Like, take some time and process your thoughts. I've got a great exercise for that called the the brain dump or the brain release. If you want to know that exercise, I can share with you that, because you can kind of see what some of your thoughts are on that. Maybe I'll do a guide on that if that's something you're interested. So post below if you are. I'll be glad to do a training on it. It's very quick, 5 minutes. But you really want to check your mindset. And I know it's hard. Believe me, I do. I get it. I've been there. If you get ghosted or you think you're making a connection and all of a sudden they unmatch, you're like, what the hell? I don't know what happened. And then it's easy to spiral down that negative mindset. Maybe you've been in the dating world for a while and you're just like, oh, it's just not easy, right? Or maybe you've been out one time, or you've heard all these other people's stories and you're just repeating their stories even though they're not your own. That's crazy making. You're bringing more of that in. So my challenge to you is to shift your negative mindset and really challenge yourself to show up and say, I believe I can meet my match. I believe my person's out there. And we have to show up authentic to attract that person. We can't show up in a way that we think somebody else wants to find us attractive. We have to show up as our authentic self. So like if you like board games, put on your profile you like board games. If you're nerdy, put that on there. If you like hiking and you truly do, and you're not just saying that because you think it's going to hook somebody, put that on there. If you like archery, whatever it is that you enjoy, you're going to attract more of that. So don't be scared to put yourself out there. That's one of the other blocks that I didn't talk about today. So if you like this training, if you want to know more, definitely let me know. I offer one-to-one coaching sessions. I also offer some different workshops and some intensive VIP courses that really dig down deep. Like if you find yourself repeating the same patterns over and over again, we need support. We can't do this alone. It is hard. It's totally hard. Someone else posted recently about creating an accountability buddy. That is one of the tools that I used on my dating journey. Is I had 2 friends that I checked in with throughout my dating process, and we shared our journey together. We supported each other. So know that you're not alone, and that's why I'm doing these trainings, to let you know that I've been there, I understand, and you're not alone, and things can change. You can meet your match. You can become a healthy dater. We can end these toxic cycles of things that we've done before, and we can change our mindset, and we can believe that we can attract more, better, exactly what we want. All of it. And I believe you can too. So thank you so much. And if you like this training, or if you want more trainings, definitely post down below. And I look forward to seeing you soon.